You're starting your day with the Southern Illinois News Leader. Live from WSIL-TV. News 3 This Morning starts right now.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, and welcome to Amy Fox, officially now here on News 3 This Morning. Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm super excited to be here, and we have check on weather right now with Ashley.
5:02 and several new faces are now leading Illinois. The most obvious change, the state's 42nd governor, Bruce Rauner.
He took the oath of office just after noon yesterday in Springfield. The new governor says he wants to improve ethics in Springfield. He says he'll sign an executive order about that tomorrow, but offer no concrete details in his inaugural address. Love those warm temperatures and, of course, the sunshine.
Yeah, not much to complain about really at all. It's hard to find something to be upset about in that forecast.
Right. Thanks, Ashley. A burst pipe transformed a house in Detroit into quite a spectacle. The pipe burst in this Tudor-style house several days ago. Now water gushed through the walls and into the basement, then eventually froze. The Detroit Free Press reports the incident has sparked a bitter dispute between the homeowner and the tenant. The tenant says all the family's belongings worth about $100,000 were destroyed. He says he may sue the owner.
Kevin and Michelle, back to you. Amy.
Yeah.
It's okay, the first day.
Meet Amy. Amy Fox, everyone. Whoopi Goldberg is urging her fans to hang in there.
She delivered a video message from her hospital bed to The View explaining her recent absence.
I've had a herniated disc, which is something that has been so painful.
Whoopi said she expects to be back as co-host next week, stronger than ever. Love her smile. The Super Bowl halftime show just got a little crazier. Katy Perry announced yesterday that rocker Lenny Kravitz will be joining her on stage in Glendale, Arizona for the Super Bowl 49. Kickoff for the big game is February 1st.
On your mobile device and social media.
A Disney cruise ship came to the rescue after a passenger of a Royal Caribbean cruise fell overboard. The Fussies say their second time down the aisle was far more memorable than their first.
I would imagine so.
At least they can still remember it.
And with the last name Fussy, they're going to have a kid someday. It's going to be a fussy baby.
Let's hope not.
Not good news for them.
Well, there's still 90 minutes of News 3 this morning to come. In just a few minutes, our News on the Go takes us to West Frankfort, where leaders will talk about the future of a collapsed building. In our 6 o'clock half hour, we're talking about country music legend Minnie Pearl. The folks at Southern Illinois Opry will pay tribute with a special show Saturday night. Good morning. It's 5:30. Thanks for joining us.
We'll get to those headlines in just a moment for you, but first, Ashley is in now with more on your Tuesday forecast. Ashley, what can we expect today?
We can just make it through the next couple of days.
Yes.
All eyes on Thursday.
Yes. So, like Kevin said yesterday, another reason to look forward to the weekend.
Exactly. Alrighty, thank you for that, Ashley. 5:40 and up next, a website intended for families has been hacked.
More on that and how to tackle your holiday debt in 2 minutes. You're watching News 3 this morning. On the Consumer Watch, after the holidays come, the bills from all the gifts you bought for your friends and family come in. And if you blew your budget, January is a great time to start fresh with some new financial habits. The first step towards tackling holiday debt is making a budget, charting what income is coming in and which expenses have been paid out, and how much is left over to put towards the debt. Also, pay more than the minimum balance each month, starting with the most expensive debt. That's not necessarily the card with the biggest balance. Look at which credit card has the highest interest rate and start there. In the meantime, try not to add to any of the debt. Make some sacrifices for a few months until it's all under control. Another company has been hacked. This time, art supply company Crayola was the target. The company confirmed hackers posted inappropriate content on its Facebook page. The crayon giant says it is aware of the situation and is working with Facebook to make it better.
More than 600 gymnasts in training competed at a trampoline and tumbling winter classic in Texas over the weekend.
Competitors ranged in ages from 5 to 20 and took turns competing for a medal. But one gymnast at the meet is defying all odds both on and off the mat. Ashley Tubbs introduces us to the inspiring young man. He definitely seems like he has the winning attitude.
Absolutely, an inspiring young man.
Yes, love those types of stories. Well, you're going to want to head to our Facebook page and like our News 3 This Morning page.
That's right, facebook.com/News 3 This Morning, and we'll have all the updates there for you as News 3 This Morning continues.
You're starting your day with the Southern Illinois News Leader.
Bootleg liquor has killed at least 22 people and sent more than 100 to the hospital in northern India. Most of the victims were among more than 200 people that had gathered for a cricket match Sunday evening. Government officials say 14 of those hospitalized are in serious condition, and some have even lost their eyesight. District officials say police arrested the shop owner who sold the pouches of alcohol. The Russian ruble is tumbling further down under pressure for low oil prices. The currency was down nearly 3% this morning in Moscow trading. The changeover rate is floating somewhere around 65 rubles per dollar at last check. Russia's central bank has tried to shore up the ruble by sharply raising its key interest rate and selling its reserves. If oil prices stay where they are, Russia's economy is expected to decrease by more than 4%. It's now 6:09 and it's time for our viewer photo of the day.
And when the sun is out, usually it makes a very pretty sunrise or sunset here in Southern Illinois.
Seems like one of those hot chocolate couch type days.
I agree. Yes, it's going to be good for napping, as you'll learn.
Well, thanks so much, Ashley. And there's a new mobile game based on the popular 1987 film The Princess Bride. The Senate cleared its first procedural hurdle in an effort to greenlight the Keystone XL pipeline project. Senators voted 63-32 to advance a bill that approves construction of the pipeline. The Republican-led Senate will now consider amendments that supporters hope will attract more Democrats in the coming weeks. Project advocates will need the extra backing if they hope to get 67 votes to overcome President Obama's expected veto. The oil pipeline would stretch more than 1,100 miles from Canada to Texas. In a recent poll, Americans say they want labels on genetically modified foods, whether they care about eating them or not. According to a December Associated Press poll, 66% of Americans would like food manufacturers to put labels on products that contain genetically modified organisms or foods grown from engineered seeds. Only 7% oppose the idea and 24% remain neutral. Fewer Americans say genetically modified ingredients are important to them when judging whether a food is healthy. About 4 in 10 say the presence of such ingredients was very or extremely important to them. Up next, honoring the country music legend Minnie Pearl. Details on an event in Herrin doing just that this weekend. You're watching News 3 This Morning. The Southern Illinois Opry makes its return Saturday night at the Herrin Civic Center. The show starts at 7:30 and is a tribute to the late Minnie Pearl. Cassie Andrew is a banjo player with the band Calico Creek. They will be performing Saturday night, and she's here with more details. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having us.
And I can't help but ask, what is exactly going to be played on Saturday?
Well, we run bluegrass, country, and gospel. We have 4 groups per night, plus a tribute to Minnie Pearl.
Sure, and talk a little bit about the type of person Minnie was.
Well, she was a very funny and giving person. I talked to Ronnie Stoneman about her when Ronnie was here at the Opry, and she said she was a very wonderful person. Said she was very dignified. She'd put on her silly clothes, do her silly act, and then put on her outfit and go meet the ladies at the country club.
Sure, and do a lot of people, was she very iconic in this kind of movement?
Oh, yes, she was. I think she was a trained opera singer, and her parents like to died when she started playing on the Opry.
Sure, and talk a little bit about what the atmosphere will be like.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's very family-oriented. We have, like I said before, bluegrass, country, and gospel. We serve a meal before the Opry. It's available, to purchase. So bring the whole family. It's a very family-oriented atmosphere. We have a great crowd every week or every month.
Sure, and I guess you're a banjo player. How long have you been playing?
About 20 years.
Wow, and can you play us a little something?
Oh, well, I guess. When I say I'm a pickin', you have to say I'm a grinnin'.
Okay. That's pretty impressive. That's what all the 20 years has went towards. Sure. And I guess talk a little bit about tickets, how people can get a hold of those. Can they buy them at the door, or do they need to do that in advance?
You can buy them at the door at the Heron Civic Center. You can also purchase them online at siopry.com, and check out siopry.com. We have a wonderful website, and you can see what groups are going to be playing each month. You can also purchase them at the Pond Mart in Heron.
Okay, perfect. And this is January 7th or 17th.
This Saturday coming up.
Perfect. And times?
7:30.
Okay. And then the meal is before?
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7:30.
Sure. Does your ticket include the meal, or is the meal separate?
The meal is separate.
Perfect. And I guess final question, why should people come out?
Oh, to have a lot of fun. It's a lot of laughs. We have a great time. We have a great audience. We have a great MC. Everybody has a lot of fun.
Sure, and you really get the crowd involved?
Oh, yes.
All right. Sounds like a whole lot of fun. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And up next, a truly classic experience happening in our region later this month. Details in just a few minutes. You're watching News 3 this morning.
News 3 is always on at WSILTV.com, on your mobile device and social media.
6:27, welcome back everyone. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, that's the saying at least, but that isn't the case with this story.
An old dog has learned new tricks. In Seattle, she rides the bus all by herself. That's something I wish I could do successfully. Meet Eclipse, like human riders, she uses Seattle's buses to get around the city, mostly to get back and forth to the dog park. Eclipse does have an owner who says her ride started with constant trips together, but once Eclipse got the hang of riding the bus, she'd hop on and leave her owner behind. Everyone on her regular bus says she's always a delight to see. On the Consumer Watch, parents, you may want to check your child's closet. We have a pajama recall to pass along. The recall involves Star Ride Kids girls' pajama sets. The recall pajamas are made of polyester and sold in sizes 4 through 14. Style reference numbers are 5217 or 5250, and that label can be found on the side seam of each shirt. The pajamas fail to meet federal flammability standards for children's sleepwear, posing a risk of burn injuries to children. You can visit their website, that's starridekids.com, for a refund. Now, did you know that resale shops and thrift stores have to comply with CPS laws as well as big box stores? Well, they do. CPSC's laws and regulations apply to anyone who sells or distributes consumer products. So while you're out bargain shopping, make sure you have your favorite stores are complying and aren't stuck with items that could potentially harm yourself or your family. For more information on the current recalls, visit recalls.gov. Ashley has one more check on the weather.
Humans aren't the only ones who feel road rage.
Shocking, right? That's right. In Thailand, a wild elephant decided it had enough of all the drivers. Take a look at this video. The elephant can be seen walking into a lane of traffic and putting its front legs on the hood of a car in this national park over the weekend. The elephant had reportedly escaped from the park earlier in the day. Authorities were warning visitors of the aggressive behavior during mating season. No injuries were reported. That's good.
I'm not sure I like the idea of driving around in an area where an elephant may just randomly come and sit on your car.
Kind of shocking.
Yeah. Good thing he didn't sit on the trunk.
Oh my God.
That just came to me, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
Remember, the A is for awesome.